Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew, where family's everything.
Until it's not. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Aunt. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? I'm a
I'm
little
doing
cold.
well.
It's a horrible, miserable day.
Oh, that's good.
Don't you think it's a
Um,
horrible, miserable day out?
yes, I sat in a lot of traffic getting around town
Hey,
today.
you know what we need to do before we do this episode is
Yeah,
we
what?
have to do you think these shows are on next week? It's a holiday week. It'll be
Maybe.
interesting. I think we'll have Andrew and I are going to be spending Thanksgiving together.
Oh, yes, we are.
All of our families are leaving us.
Thank God.
Everybody is out of town and we're stuck with each other.
You know what it is? It's going to be great. We're going to be extra thankful for them
We're
because we
gonna,
won't see them.
we're gonna learn to love them because it's just gonna be Andrew. It's gonna be four of us, huh,
Yep.
Andrew? That's it. It's just gonna be us.
Yep.
And I'm
Our
losing
better
my
halves,
peace.
our
Uh,
better halves, if you can even believe that they're better than us. And that's it.
I haven't lost my peace here,
Are
Andrew.
you watching your daughter's dog when
Wait a
she goes
second.
away?
Huh?
Are you watching your daughter's dog when she goes away?
Yeah, I am. Maybe I should bring the puppy in.
That would be fun.
Yeah, she drives me crazy. All right.
She's
I love breakfast at Mary's.
totally. Okay. All right,
Um,
Britney Spears. Like, can finish with your headpiece, please.
Britney Spears. I haven't seen her for a while on Instagram. Where is she?
Probably
Maybe
another
somebody in a
conservatorship.
padded room. I mean, really, that's a horrible story. Um, Breakfast at Mary's.
Totally.
It was a great idea, and Mary really cleaned up her house. It wasn't crazy for this. I will say she did a
I didn't
good
understand
job.
the red carpet.
I didn't either because that's not too Tiffany's.
It made no sense.
The red carpet. I'm looking at myself and trying to
It
block my
made
thing.
no sense.
I didn't understand why the guys had I don't like when half of the guys in penguin suits had masks and half didn't. It makes me feel weird. I
Yeah,
don't try. I
definitely
want
not.
to I know I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to
No,
mention
no,
it,
there's
but
nothing wrong with that. We're at a very different time. Take the mask off, and
yeah.
if you need to wear
Yeah.
one, don't film the show.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to just say I hate to say this. I'm not going to say what I
It's
think
not
of
doing anything.
masks.
It's not doing anything.
Yeah, I just always think when I see someone with a mask, I wonder how sick they are.
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't know any other reason. And also, there's a big difference when everyone's wearing a mask versus just one. It's not doing anything for you because we're spewing everything everywhere. So good
I
luck.
want to tell you, I was in a restaurant last week, a couple of weeks ago, and the man and woman were eating. And then when he got up to leave, he put a mask on, but there was nobody else in the restaurant. And he put a mask on and he walked outside.
Mm.
And I thought, um,
It's like a
okay.
Kathy Hilton glam session, performative.
Yes. I mean, like Kathy Hilton, what has her makeup done and then rips out her weaves. Okay.
Tom and Bronwyn stop first. Todd and Bronwyn first.
Todd had no idea what he was getting into
No,
at
but I have to
all.
say, I don't think he got a good edit in this scene because there were moments where he wasn't being like rude. You could tell that he was just trying to say, like, but you're better than that. Like,
Listen, Todd wasn't wrong.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't wrong. This was actually one of his less cringy moments.
Yes,
It
he
doesn't fit
wasn't wrong, but he still doesn't know what his wife got herself
totally.
into. He has no concept of what a housewife show is.
Totally. And that's what this one showed. I think the other ones were definitely borderline, like Erica and Tom Girardi. But this was more just like I understood where he was coming from, but it's like, like, do you not know what you signed up for? Exactly what you said.
He had no idea what he signed up
Totally.
for. He has no idea what his wife signed up for. He's just into collecting Starbucks mugs.
Totally.
And but he is condescending to her.
He is, but
And I
we
do
treat,
believe that I just want to finish this. I do believe how she acted at breakfast at Tiffany's was a reflection of what he had just said to her.
it killed me when she said that Todd's view
Approval.
of her and his approval means
Mhm.
everything to
Everything.
her.
Yeah.
And if you question that he is, listen, no one here is thinking that Todd wakes up in the morning and says, I want to marginalize and make my wife feel like she's like 2 inches tall. No one's
Right.
saying that.
Right.
I think that he is trapped in the CEO mindset. He's trapped
Hmm.
in being in charge. He doesn't know the difference between like being inclusive and just being not. And he just has very old school values mixed with being in corporate America way too long and thinking he needs to have an answer for everything, direct everything, be in charge of everything, control everything. And so that's a big problem. But I don't think he wakes up and says, "Oh, I want to hurt Bronwyn today." I think that he,
No, but some of his actions towards her is without a doubt due to the fact she's 26 years younger than him. He
totally,
definitely treats her like a child.
yes. And
Yeah.
that part is where I sit back and I say,
I actually see no romance between them.
well, again, here's my thing. He's not comfortable on camera. He doesn't know what being on camera means. And so my
Mhm.
question actually is not for Todd. I actually could care less about Todd.
I
My
could care
question
less
is for
either.
Bronwyn saying, how did you miss that he had no idea what he was walking into? How did you miss it? How did you let it happen? Like, because they don't have a relationship that is unapproachable. Even in that moment, she was like, "You think I ruined the afternoon?" Like, she wasn't like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like, she challenged him in her way of challenging him. Like, you think I really ruined it? I'm not saying I put blame on her. I'm questioning, like, were you nervous that he was going to show up this way for the show? Like, how could you have missed it?
I don't know what I think about the two of
It's
them.
not like he's
Actually, I don't
borderline.
even I don't even see any spark between them, any
Do you think he has
romance.
any personality disorders or
No.
any type of like communication, like social anxiety, social
Well, I
issues?
think he's socially some really smart people
I was
usually
about to
are
say that.
socially
I was about to
awkward.
say that.
Yeah. I do think he's a little bit I think he's a smart man and I think he's a rich man and I think he married a woman. All right, this is maybe wrong and people can correct me if they want to.
Mm,
But I think a girl married to a guy that's much older than her, 20 plus years, is looking for a father figure.
maybe, yes.
I think any guy married to a woman that young is because with age in a woman comes a little bit of force, and he doesn't want any wife that is actually an equal to him and is going to put him in his place. He sort of has this superiority about himself and wants to be right, and so he has the woman who's younger and all of that goes with it.
Well,
I
now that you make a statement like that, I'm going to say something and people can hate me too. I think
I
there's
don't
a
want them to
little bit
hate
of
me.
Asperger's.
With him?
Hmm.
Oh, there could be. There
It's
could be
just,
with her too.
no. I think with her, it's this idea that like she might have been attracted to him in the moment where he was, and she doesn't seem like she thinks about the future in any way, shape, or form. Like if she came on the show, or if she was thinking about coming on the show, my first thought would be, truly, this would be my first thought if I was asked to go on one of these shows. Oh, how is Brad gonna look? How is Brad gonna act? Like
Yeah, of
if
course.
he's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my life, you
Yeah,
have to
yeah, of
think of the
course.
person that
He's
you're
going to be
bringing with
part
them.
of it.
So
Yeah.
how did she miss that? Or
Well, I don't think he's around all the time. He goes to New York all the time. I think she got cast to be on it and was just like, I'm going to be on a show. I'm going to be on a show. Okay, okay. And then the show started and he's like, oh my God, what did we get ourselves into here?
yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's very unfortunate that like for their marriage, if they don't have a bad marriage, it's
Yeah.
very
Oh,
unfortunate that that both of them collectively didn't do their homework.
and because I think the initial scenes when they were like at the house and the art dealer was there, I think he was all very about, oh, this is just going to be showing off all the stuff we got.
Yeah.
And then and he thought, oh, going to Palm Springs is just going to be, oh, it's going to be a big weekend and we're going to spend money, blah, blah, blah. And then we got there and he found out there was a production crew. But I can see that there is a relationship between uh, Whitney and Justin.
Oh
They
yeah,
actually,
totally.
okay, they have a relationship. John and Lisa have a relationship. Meredith and Seth, the weird, have a relationship.
Totally, yeah.
Okay. I don't know what Mary has with Robert Sr.
Well, it's down in the dumps, so I don't
And
know.
now, and Mary doesn't have anyone. And you can see Sean and Angie actually have a relationship. These two, I don't see anything between them. She's
No,
totally a
no.
trophy wife of somebody who's supposed to be seen and not heard.
And I can
like
see
a
why she
child,
is.
like a token child, like a 41-year-old woman who's been single and is a big like
Well,
CEO of a company who goes and has an egg done because she needs a child. It's almost like he's got the wife is like a trophy.
I just don't think she thought it through. I think that when they first met, he was younger, he was more lively, he probably had a more of
They've
an
only
open
been
mind.
married 10 years. That's not
But
that
10
long.
years at that age makes a difference.
And COVID.
But 10 years makes a difference.
But he is protective of her daughter and stuff. I mean, he
But
is.
she's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I know. Which tells you a lot. And Meredith, not Meredith, Heather should not care about the prenup because I hate to make this prediction. It's so bad to me. So bad. But after this show, they could be in jeopardy, those two.
Yeah, maybe.
Because once he starts seeing himself, he's not going to like the way he looks. He's going
That's
to
it.
hate that she
He's going to
brought
blame it
him.
on her because she came on the show.
Yes, totally. And now she's going to get a taste for celebrity, being on TV, her fashion, the whole bit, the drama. You get drawn into the drama. And she's not going to want to leave the show. And he's going to hate how he's portrayed in the show. And it will cause a rift in their marriage.
What did you think about Mary's table and just being there and the fights? Brittany.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
Brittany, give Brittany her
Give
snowflake.
Brittany her snow because that girl brings it.
Oh, yeah.
I love her, and I mean, I don't think they do. I watched the after show too, which was also good. Um, I don't know why they're all dissing on Brittany, but Brittany's it, girl, and Brittany is right. Heather said on the after show that bringing a bottle of wine to that family hoedown or whatever they
Yeah.
called it, the fireside chat, or what it was, right, is the equivalent to bringing a side of ham to a bar mitzvah. You just wouldn't bring ham.
But
It's
here's the
they don't
deal.
eat
Brittany
it.
drinks, and so does Heather. So I don't give Angie shit.
Yes.
These people are
However,
wannabe Mormons. They're like
yeah,
Mormons in
but here's the
recovery.
thing.
They're
Here's the thing. Like, I have Jewish friends. I hate saying that. It sounds so
no,
cliche.
you have
So
friends that
forgive
are
me.
Jewish.
I have friends who are Jewish, okay? And we go to their house for Hanukkah.
Yep.
I wouldn't ever bring lobster.
No,
But
I get
they've
it.
come to my house and they want to have lobster. So that's the difference.
But here's the deal. I know someone who was raised Muslim and they eat pork. They're not they don't consider themselves practicing anymore. They eat pork now. Now, if they said they were actually practicing, I don't think that it would be good for me to be like, "Oh, you want to go to this Brazilian steakhouse and get some pork?"
Yeah, right, of course. But if they chose to eat pork, even if they were
I think
practicing,
that
that's
opens
on
the
them.
door. I think that opens
No,
the
I
door.
don't. I don't. I
When
don't.
they're
I don't.
hosting an event, I
I
think it opens the
agree.
door.
If you go to a religion, now remember, this wasn't just she went to her house for a birthday party. It was when they read Bible passages. That's the difference.
But invited the bad Mormon. Like you know
Who's
the
the
bad
bad
Mormon.
woman? Heather wasn't there.
That's yes, she was.
Was she?
Yeah, she was the first one that
I
worked.
I
She was
just
the first
scared
one that
myself.
walked in. She was the first one that walked in. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah. Heather was there, and she reminded her of her thing. But
Yeah.
anyways, it doesn't matter. Let's not get sidetracked. There's
So
so
my
much
thing is
else.
if Angie knew Heather was going, I feel like all traditional Mormon values, that all bets are off.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I
See, I'm
don't.
like, if you write a book about your faith and how corrupt it is and how bad it is, I think it's okay for the other person who's Greek to bring a bottle of wine.
Well, I think it's forgiven because
She
she's
also didn't say
Christian.
drink it now.
It's for you, Brittany.
That
Brittany
actually
was
shows
looking.
Brittany's class level. Most people know that when someone brings you a gift, you
Yeah,
don't open it then.
true.
So I actually don't look at it like that. Angie might have just been like, this is for you. She didn't say, open it now. Let's have a booze fest, slap the bag, open up some boxed wine.
I don't know about that. I will say that where do
Meredith
we go?
not liking conflict and not yelling is such a crock of shit. It was so funny to hear her say that to Bronwyn. Oh, yeah, I'm like that too. I don't like that. And then they show the montage of like, you can leave.
Yeah. No, I want to go before that. I actually think Angie's really come into being a housewife.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, she is.
Yeah. No, she's totally bought into all of it. And I think she's a really good
Oh, yeah.
housewife. No, I mean, some housewives are better than others. She's a good housewife.
Oh, yeah.
But I did like her whole scene with her dad. I got to give her father credit. Most guys who had 7 kids in 8 years and the wife passed would have been looking for a new wife. And that guy did it all on his own, raised those kids without remarrying. That alone is a feat unto itself. Good
Yep.
for him. I have to say that now.
And though I think that
Uh,
was produced and planned, I don't think that her feelings about her mom are produced and planned.
agree.
I think that she
Agree.
recreated it for the show, maybe, or just said we're going to talk about mom. But I do think that she genuinely has those moments off camera all the time.
Agree. Now, okay, we have to rate them.
Okay.
The style. We have to. It's
Okay.
important that we rate their style. Meredith
Go
Marks.
quick.
Meredith Marks.
Okay. 8,
8. Okay. Bronwyn.
6,
Brittany.
4, because I don't remember it.
They too. Okay. What about Heather? She wore a white pantsuit. It had nothing to do with breakfast at Tiffany's. You were supposed to look like Audrey Hepburn. I
2.
actually will say that what's her name's Lisa's outfit was too blue.
Yeah.
I think Lisa's sort of missing the mark on her outfits this year.
I
A
don't
little
think that
bit.
she cares. She
I
already
do
tried to
think she
play
cares.
along with a theme and they wouldn't let her have her glam last season. So, it's like I think she's
Oh, maybe. I thought that the best looking one was Angie by far.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, Meredith and Mary and Heather and did you think Heather should bring up that I wasn't on the trip? Yes. Do you
Yeah,
think
sure.
Brittany should bring up y'all got a tan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Did Angie go too far when she says you're doing 3 men? You
No.
phrase it. Oh, she didn't go too far. And in return for the insult, you brought wine to my thing. You're doing 3 guys.
I don't think so because I really think that Angie is like, wait, I've seen this woman drink consistently since I've met her, and she's inviting the bad Mormon, and like, she's not Mormon herself, so I just
Right.
don't think that like there's anything wrong with it.
Okay.
If you don't want that, you should write an invitation, just like they say, black tie formal on a wedding invite or whatever. It should say Mormon formal. And if it says that, then you can't do anything off script.
Okay. Can we talk about the bomb that was laid? It was, actually, a mine. It wasn't a bomb. It was a mine.
Okay.
A mine that was laid that could go off at any moment.
Yes.
That Jared slips into Mary's DMs.
Oh yeah.
Were you expecting that?
No, but I also I think that he wants to be on the show.
It's how he's slipping
So
into
my question
everybody's
is, why did you go
DMs?
to the one person that doesn't really want to be on the show?
Well, we don't know. Maybe he's sliding into other people's.
Probably.
I mean, let's not assume that it's only Mary he's sliding into the DMs.
I mean, Mary is the one that did call the other guy Jared.
What other guy, Jared? Oh, the
other-
other guy, Jared, whose name was whatever it was, right?
Yep.
I did think that Bronwyn was a little bit happy that the fights were about everybody else once
Oh,
Brittany
yeah.
started and the whole bit. And I
Totally.
also thought she was very reserved because of how her meeting with Todd went down. Now, did you think they had kind of attacked Brittany? Because I did.
I think that it's one of those where
When
like
you start going,
Brittany,
you're doing 3 guys. That's kind of,
I just don't think Brittany understands that like Bronwyn, like she just needs to know like Bronwyn doesn't like her. Like, and also Bronwyn doesn't have any respect for her because she's coming on the show at the same time as Bronwyn. So she looks at her as a newbie. Bronwyn's trying to outdo her. And so like I just would like for Brittany to be a little smarter and be like, well, of course she's gonna try harder for Heather. Heather's the established cast member, New York
True.
Times bestselling author. She is the bad Mormon on a show that's based in
Yeah.
Mormon land.
And she
like,
lies about her age.
her birthday, everything. Oh my gosh.
No, she has her birthday,
Also,
but
she
not
got
the
the
year.
birthday
Not
from
the year.
production
Yeah.
because she didn't book the flights herself. Production booked them.
Yeah. But who paid?
Production.
You think production paid for the ticket?
Yes.
You really do?
Yes. And they gave her a stipend for the private plane that was probably like $5,000.
Now, you tell me, was Meredith out of line implying Sean was gay when her son's gay? I don't get quite the connection except gay.
I
So you
think that the
explain it to
difference
me.
is that Brooks is openly gay
Correct.
and
And
Sean's
Sean was
not.
not. Do you think Sean's gay?
I don't know him. I don't know what people think of him.
I
I
don't know him
see him
either.
on
Right.
TV show,
Right.
which again doesn't mean we know him at all. It's a
Right.
show.
Yeah.
So he could be, he could not be. I would hope at this point, with the amount of attention it's brought, that if someone had gotten with him, that they would come forward or talk about it. I feel like if he were to pay someone off, Angie would probably know, because how could money like
Yeah.
that go out of your, like when you own a business together? I
Mhm.
just think that like Angie, I feel like Angie naturally, she maybe would never admit this, but I'm sure she looked into it. I'm sure she did some her own investigating. How could you not?
Yeah.
And I just think that if all of those different scenarios like swung and missed, like, then no, I don't think so. Now, what I would say is that if Meredith was saying like if Meredith was homophobic towards Sean, like there's a difference. Meredith, like I don't think someone's like being homophobic because they're like curious when someone's married to a woman, if they've heard rumors that the guy is gay, that they
Okay.
would like maybe like I don't think you can equate their not I'm not gonna say it's an obsession, their interest in knowing whether or not Sean has fooled around with guys. I
Yeah.
don't think you can equate it to anything regarding being gay. Because
Okay.
no, I say that because like it's an interesting thing. Even if like imagine if
So
the
can
rumor was,
Sean be straight and fool around with guys?
oh no, what I'm saying
Oh,
is that
okay.
like
That because it
Sean's
sounded
married
like
to
you're,
Angie.
yeah,
Sean and Angie claim to have a traditional family and marriage.
right.
I think Meredith's response to Sean having rumors about being with men would be the same response if Sean had rumors with being into bestiality and being with a horse.
Oh,
Because
you
it's
went to
like
the whole.
it's deviating from what they claim to have. I don't look at it as because it was LGBTQ and gay that Meredith had this keen interest. And I
Oh,
don't look at
okay.
it as a conflict that like her son's gay. I look at it as her son is gay. And I look at it as
Is
Sean has rumors about them are out there about him. And I feel like I just think it's hard to like I think it's hard to believe that these rumors
the rumors?
when Angie heard them, I feel like she probably did her due diligence, even if it wasn't public. She didn't even tell any of her friends. But I can't imagine someone hearing that about their husband and not wanting to at least like watch him a little closer, think if you see any tendencies, think about it a little more. Of course, it's gonna
No,
like live.
I wouldn't. Because you either know him or you don't.
I mean,
But
but
of
I can
course,
also tell you
you.
this without a shadow of a doubt. I can't imagine in any, maybe on Mars, I've never met anyone that lives there. I can't imagine anyone ever thinking that your husband was even remotely gay. Whereas you look at
Exactly.
Sean and you're like, owns hair salons.
Okay.
He's very
Well,
soft. He is soft.
yeah.
Remember last year when he's like, I just don't like how they talk about my family and my wife. Like he's just, I think he's a normal
So
person
he's a
that
beta male, not an alpha male. We're
I
John
think he's
Barlow's
had to be
alpha.
emotional his whole relationship with Angie. She lost her mom when she was like 6, whatever. Like
Yeah,
she's an
that's true.
emotional
She has
person.
her own thing. Now, do you think it's wrong? Because I do. I think the biggest infraction of the whole party was that Whitney grabbed
Well, let me just
Meredith's
finish on
phone.
Sean. I would say your husband's sensitive. You guys have one daughter. There's also a difference when you have one child and they're one sex versus like my
Well,
family, which is 2 daughters, 1 son, up until I was, gayer than Christmas Eve. And my dad would take me to sports. My mom was with my sisters at dance a lot more. And I think there's a way where you can like shift your energy towards something and you can kind of stay away from maybe who you want to be, who you claim to be. There's lots of distractions. that's why I don't believe it, because like they don't have many distractions. They own businesses together, they work together.
Right. They
There's a
do.
lot of
They
gay
do.
hairdressers in their world, in their industry. There's also a lot of competition in hairdressing. So like
True.
you don't think that other salons would love to blow up this rumor to
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
But of
my
course,
point is
remember, they
that
all came
like,
from Monica, who's,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
hilarious,
just don't see much truth to it. I think that there would be a lot of
habitual
reasons
liar.
to make it a big deal outside of the show. And I think it would be something where there would be someone claiming, like, imagine, look what happened in Miami. There was that rumor that the guy that died, whatever, Alexia's former husband, that he was with a guy. And then quickly you found out who the guy was that he was with, that he was sleeping with. It all came to the surface.
It
You're on
all
a
came
show.
out. Yeah,
So if it
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
come to the surface, then it's not real.
Now, do you think this get out of my home and Meredith leaving was the start of their hating each other? Because they're at odds now. Do
I
you
don't
think
think,
that's
but
the beginning
I
of
don't
it?
think Meredith has a storyline this season, and I think she jumped on it.
Oh, okay.
Now her feud with Mary, her friendship with Mary is on the outs.
All right.
Very convenient that Angie and Lisa's friendship is on the outs, and Meredith and Lisa are very close, and Mary and Angie are close.
Oh, okay. So it's all storyline
I
driven.
was also it was
It's like they're doing
it was
Ring
bound
Around
to
the
happen.
Rosie. Yeah,
It was bound to happen. It was kind of like, okay, well, Teresa and Kathy Wakili were feuding, so it was
right,
only time where Rosie was going to have an issue with Joey Gorga and Teresa too.
right. I get you. Okay. Yeah, especially with their family.
Yeah, like you find ways to like you can try to keep people and friends and try to stay close, but it's just never going to happen. It's also like how Bronwyn was. She was loyal to Lisa until she couldn't really be loyal to Lisa anymore.
Right. I will say I hate Theme Party, but I like this one.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it ends.
Well, supposedly, Mary had custom Tiffany bottles made with their names on it and a special perfume she had developed from Tiffany's for each one of them. And she decided not to give them to them because she felt they acted so bad they didn't deserve it.
Well, did you see in the after show where she said she would never pay for a private plane for these women?
Yes, I
Oh,
don't
there you
blame
go.
her. I
There you go.
know. All right, follow us on social.
We love you guys. Comment, like us, subscribe us, stalk us, whatever you want. We love.
Whatever,
We'll
whatever.
see. We'll see you on the flip side. Bye,
Bye.
guys.